Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. Iron Fist is returning this Friday with Season 2, and while it does look like a major improvement on Season 1, it's definitely not the most anticipated Marvel Netflix series this year. That would have to go to the third season of Daredevil, which is set to premiere sometime before the year ends. So while this season is shrouded in a bunch of mystery, I wanted to go over everything we know so far about Season 3 of Daredevil, as we're sure to be getting updates on this very soon. This will be done in 3 parts, as always. Who, which is who's making it and the cast. What, which is the story and rumors. And when, which is when this might come out, and when we can expect a trailer for it. Keeping with Daredevil's tradition so far, this season has changed showrunners once again. This time it's Eric Olesen, who has worked as a producer on shows like The Man in the High Castle and Arrow. Much of the same cast is returning for Daredevil Season 3. Matt Murdock, obviously, Karen Page, Foggy Nelson, and of course Wilson Fisk are all returning for the third season. We also know that smaller supporting characters like Mitchell Carson, Marcy Stahl, and Benjamin Donovan, or Fisk's lawyer, will be returning as well. I also would not at all be surprised to see Melvin Potter and Vanessa Fisk here too. One other interesting returning character is Rosalie Carbone, and she's interesting because she's not from Daredevil but instead from Luke Cage. She made her first appearance in the 12th episode of Luke Cage, Season 2, where her intentions to take over Harlem were made clear. Who knows what kind of role she'll play here, but I imagine she might in some way be involved in Wilson Fisk's return. But we do have some pretty exciting new additions to the cast. Joanne Whaley has been cast as Maggie Murdock, Matt Murdock's mother, who is tending to a wounded Daredevil at the end of The Defenders. It's unknown how large of a role she'll play here, but she'll almost definitely be instrumental in Daredevil's return by nursing him back to health. I doubt Claire Temple will come back after her exit in Luke Cage Season 2. She has no reason to, really. Her role is already filled by Maggie in a way. Jay Ali has been cast as Ray Nadim, an FBI agent who is described as honest but ambitious, and who will go to any lengths for his family. The last new addition that we know of is Wilson Bethel as a technically unrevealed character. I say technically because Netflix hasn't officially revealed it yet, but several leaks and Instagram posts from crew members confirm Wilson Bethel is playing none other than Bullseye, easily Daredevil's deadliest foe aside from maybe the Kingpin himself. The report revealing his casting said that he's portraying an FBI agent in Season 3. There's no way of knowing as of right now if this is true or if they just said that to further hide Bullseye's reveal. There are some additional rumors that some Defenders teammates like Iron Fist and Jessica Jones might have cameos as well, but those are just rumors. We really don't know anything for sure. Also, a recent casting reveal for Iron Fist Season 2 has gotten people theorizing about Daredevil Season 3. James Chen was confirmed by current Daredevil writer Charles Soule to be portraying Samuel Chung in Iron Fist. Chung is known as Blind Spot in the comics and is a young new superhero who Daredevil has been serving as a mentor for. Obviously, we don't know what he'll be like in Iron Fist or what kind of role he'll have, but this has of course sparked rumors that he'll appear in Daredevil Season 3. I'm of the small group that personally wouldn't mind Blind Spot being on Iron Fist primarily, but it would still be an interesting addition. We don't have a ton of concrete plot details for Daredevil Season 3 other than it reportedly takes heavy inspiration from the iconic Daredevil storyline Born Again, in which the Kingpin returns and systematically destroys every aspect of Matt Murdock's life, which fits well with how this season is looking. A couple of weeks ago, a big update came in the form of a leaked image that revealed a very interesting thing about this season. This is your warning. This is absolutely a spoiler, so if you want to remain unspoiled, I'd highly recommend you skip to this time code. Again, this is your only warning. But if you want to stay, here it is. It's pretty dark, so it can be hard to see, but it reveals that there are ultimately two Daredevils here, one in the black costume from Season 1, and the other one in the armored suit, seemingly breaking into the New York Bulletin. This is a huge deal, and it implies that Fisk has hired someone to impersonate Daredevil to ruin his reputation. This actually was part of Born Again as well, so it makes a lot of sense. Here, I'm fully expecting it to be Bullseye who Fisk has hired, and in fact, it may be true that Fisk hasn't even left his jail cell. I think at some point this season Fisk will learn that Matt Murdock is Daredevil. It's really inevitable. We saw that he was starting to have his suspicions at the end of Season 2 when he asked to see Murdock's file. In the comics, he got Daredevil's identity from Karen Page, but I doubt that'll happen in the show. Or if it does, it'll be in very different circumstances, as it wasn't exactly a high point of Karen's character in the comics. As for what Bullseye/Daredevil would be doing at the Bulletin, it's possible he could be after Karen Page, who works here. Whatever happens, this is clearly going to be a devastating season for Matt Murdock. He'll likely never be the same after it. Some rumors say that a key member of Daredevil's supporting cast is going to be killed by Bullseye, like in the Guardian Devil storyline. For me, it comes down to three contenders: Maggie Murdock, Foggy Nelson, and Karen Page. Karen would be the most obvious, as she was the one who died in the comics, but she's grown so much as a character in the MCU that I kind of doubt they would kill her, so my money's on the other two. Daredevil Season 3 reportedly finished filming at some point in mid-June, which puts its release anywhere in the final 3 months of 2018. An interesting update for this part came from a rather unexpected source, YouTuber Grace Randolph, who runs the channel Beyond the Trailer. It's a pretty great channel. I'd recommend checking her videos out. I've got a link in the description. But she is popular enough that Netflix gives her early access to their Marvel shows, allowing her to review them before release, along with other early critics. Not too long ago, she revealed that she had gotten the first 6 episodes of Daredevil Season 3. She said she could not reveal her full thoughts on it yet, though she did put a series of emojis to suggest that she very much enjoyed it. But she accidentally dropped a major reveal that the review embargo for Daredevil Season 3 lifts in mid-October. Obviously, that doesn't reveal the date outright, but it does narrow it down a ton, and it means that the December release we were all previously expecting is actually not the case. This new information means that Daredevil Season 3 will likely drop anywhere from mid-October to very early November, and there's really no way to be sure. You take Iron Fist as an example, and Netflix has held reviews for that show until the week it comes out. I mean, granted, they might have reasons for that, of course. It is Iron Fist after all, but you get my point. Last year, Marvel Television had very special plans for The Punisher at New York Comic Con. They were reportedly set to have a huge panel there where they were planning to drop a big reveal, that The Punisher was set to premiere on Netflix on October 20th, barely 2 weeks from them. And I know that Netflix was planning this for 2 reasons. A, some leaks from a magazine and so forth, and B, because they left that specific date suspiciously empty. But of course, some real-life tragedies prompted The Punisher's panel being cancelled and the show's premiere being pushed back to November 17th. My point here is, what if Netflix wants to try this again with Daredevil? I mean, Netflix has already announced most of their Netflix original October premieres. The Haunting of Hill House and Apostle on October 12th, and The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on October 26th. As you can see, that October 19th date is still very empty. So could it be that Netflix is actually planning to release it then? As of right now, I actually think that's a very big possibility, so I'm going to predict that Daredevil Season 3 will either premiere on Netflix on October 19th or November 2nd, but I don't expect it to be any later than that. I'm also not expecting any real trailers for this to arrive until New York Comic Con, though I think we could potentially get a very short teaser of some sort towards the end of September. Daredevil is absolutely going to New York Comic Con this year, so I expect the answer to all of these questions will be revealed there on the first weekend of October. But yeah, that's pretty much everything we know about Daredevil Season 3 as of right now. As you've seen, it's actually not much at all in the grand scheme of things, but it's just enough to make me really excited. There is so much about this season that sounds awesome, and according to the Netflix boss, it's very much a return to form for the series. Meaning that it'll hopefully return to the same level of quality that it had in its first season. The first season is easily the best season of television Marvel has ever put out, and one of Netflix's best too, so that's very good to hear. Tomorrow, or September 4th, the panelists for the New York Comic Con will be announced, so we'll know for sure just who Marvel Television is and isn't bringing. But I'm fully expecting Daredevil and Runaways to be the top announcements. But I'd love to know what you guys think. What would you like to see happen in Season 3 of Daredevil? Do you think I could be onto something with my October 19th premiere theory? Let me know of your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Each step I left behind, each road you know is mine, walking on a line 10 stories.